Morena, Yoga Academy students, we are going to put together a 1-hour Ashtanga Beginners and do modifications. So you will see me do different versions of poses. So make sure you cue into the one that suits your body. And it'll be a little bit out of context if you're not an Academy student, but this is the best we can do right now with the facilities we have. So namaste. Coming to the front of your yoga mat. We always begin with a chant. So even though perhaps it's not in your practice, it is in mine, so I will do it. And you can just enjoy it, eyes closed. Vande Gurunam Charanande Sandarashita Shvatma Sukha Bhagavate Nishri Ashe Jangli Kayamane Samsara Kandahalla Moha Shantye Abahu Puru Shakram Shankachakra Sitarinam Sahasra Shirasam Shwetam Anamami Patanjali. To bring yourself into a complete state of stillness and begin the Ujjayi breathing. In and out of the nose with the throat constricted. At the end of an out breath, apply Mula Bandha, the contraction of the pelvic floor. Maintain this through the practice. Beginning with an in-breath, drawing with the belly just above the pelvis, Uddiyana Bandha, and maintain this throughout the practice. I will remind beginners to enhance and tweak and connect back to the bandhas and the breath as we move through. Surya Namaskara. Inhaling, raise the arms above the head, looking up, and exhaling, forward bending, bending your knees if you have tight hamstrings or back issues. Inhale, look ahead, lengthen the spine, and exhale, if you're a beginner, step back, and lower down to a push-up, elbows into the side of the body. Inhaling into dog up, feet flat, chest up, shoulders down. Exhale into dog down. Aligning the outside of your feet with the outside of your hips. A straight line down the outside of the feet. 1, 2. Longest middle fingertip lines up with the midline of the upper arm, the fingers and thumb spread wide. 4. Push down with a fleshy mound between the wrist and thumb and every single knuckle in the hands and fingers. 5. Inhale, bend the knees. Beginners can step through. Look ahead and lengthen, and exhale into a forward bend. Remember, bend your knees if you have tight hamstrings or back problems. Inhaling, stretching up, arms up, push hands together, looking up, and exhale, looking ahead, Samasthiti. Number 2. Inhaling, stretching up, looking up. Exhaling, forward bending, looking at the nose. Inhale, look ahead and lengthen. And exhale, jump or step back, lower or drop into a push-up. Inhaling into dog up, chest up, shoulders down, look up. Exhale, back into dog down. 1, just let the head hang and look towards the navel, which is the gaze point. 2, push down from the sit bones into the heels. Press back the shins and tighten up the quadricep muscles. 4, 5. Inhale, bend the knees and step or jump. Look ahead and lengthen, and exhale, forward bending, bending your knees if you need to. Inhaling, stretching up, looking up, push the hands together, and exhale into Samasthiti. Number 3. Inhaling, stretching up, looking up, hands together. Exhale, forward bending, bend the knees if you need to. Inhale, look ahead and lengthen, And exhale if you're a beginner, step back, or jump. Lower to a push-up or drop onto the floor. Inhale into dog up, chest up and shoulders down. And exhale, push the pelvis and buttocks back as you rise into dog down. 1. The arms are straight, pushing dynamically through the hands, drawing the elbows in and rolling the inner upper arms out. We draw the shoulder blades up towards the buttocks and draw the chest bone towards the chin as the head hangs when you look towards the navel. 3. 4. 5. Inhale, bend the knees, step or jump. Look ahead and lengthen. Exhale, forward bend. Inhaling, stretching up, looking up, hands together. Exhaling, arms to the side. Inhaling, arms up, look up. Exhaling, forward bending, bend the knees if you need to. Inhale, look ahead, lengthen, and exhale, step or jump back, lower or drop to push up. Inhale into dog up, and exhale, back into dog down. The hamstrings are very tight and the heels are high off the floor. You can lengthen through the spine by bending your knees. Notice how the heels are lifted and pushing into all 5 toes and are aligning the midline of the kneecap with the second toe. 3. Push down through the hands. 4. Push back and up with the buttocks. 5. Looking towards the navel. Inhale, bend the knees and step or jump. Look ahead and lengthen, bend the knees if you need to. Inhale, coming all the way up. Hands together and exhale, arms to the side. Inhaling, stretching up, looking up. Exhaling, forward bending, bend the knees if you need to. Inhale, lengthen spine, look ahead. Exhale, step or jump back into push-up. Inhaling into dog up, looking up. Exhaling to dog down for 5 or giant breaths. 1. 2. 3. Front rib cage and chest bone push towards the spine. 4. Enhance and tweak the Ashtanga Beginners if you've forgotten and let them go. 5. Inhale, bend the knees and step or jump. Look ahead and lengthen and exhale, forward bend. And inhaling, earthing the feet, squeezing in the thighs, stretch up, look up, hands together, and exhale. Almost last one. Inhaling, stretching up, looking up. Exhaling, forward bend, bend the knees again. Inhale, look ahead, lengthen, and exhale, step back if you're a beginner. Drop down to the floor instead of lowering. And inhaling into dog up, look up. Push the feet down with the knees off the floor. Exhale, into dog down. You can take the resting pose if you need to. Balasana pose the child, and continue focusing on your breathing. 2. 3. 4. 5. And those in resting pose, join us now. And dog down, so you inhale, bend the knees. Jump or step, look ahead, lengthen, and exhale, forward bending. Inhaling, stretching up, looking up, hands pushed together, and we exhale to salutation. Sort of namaskara B. Inhaling, squatting, arms up, look up. Exhaling, forward bending, looking to the nose. Inhale, look ahead, lengthen. Exhale, jump back and lower into push-up. Inhaling into dog up, look up. Exhaling into dog down, look to navel. On a new in-breath, step your right foot forward into warrior one. Back foot is 45 and the heels flat to the floor, the front leg bent. And exhaling, coming straight down. Step back, lower or drop to push up. Inhaling into dog up, look up. And exhaling into dog down, look towards your navel. Take a new in-breath and step the left foot forward. Push into the back heel as you bend the front leg and keep the midline of that bent kneecap over the second toe. Exhale. Coming down, stepping back, lower or drop into push-up. And inhale into dog up. Knees off the floor, feet flat, toes pointed. Exhale into dog down. It's 5 Ujjayi breaths. Feet are put apart and the longest little fingertip lines up with the midline of the upper arm so your hands are shoulder width apart. 2. Take the resting pose Balasana as demonstrated in the previous Surya Namaskara if you need to. 4. 5. Those in resting pose, join us now. In dog down as we inhale, bend the knees. Step or jump, look ahead, lengthen, and exhale, forward bend, bending the knees if you need to. Inhaling, push into the four corners of feet, squatting, arms up, look up, and exhale, solid. Number 2, inhaling, squatting, hands push together, look up, and exhale, forward bending. Inhale, look ahead, lengthen. Exhale, step or jump back, lower or drop to the floor, chaturanga. Inhale into dog up and push the feet down, lifting the knees off the floor. Exhale, push the pelvis and buttocks back to dog down. Inhale, step through with the right foot. Keep the outside of the bent knee in line with the hip as you lunge at the warrior one. Exhaling, exhaling, step back. Lower down and drop. Inhale. Into dog up, chest up, shoulders down, look up, and exhale. Push the pelvis back to dog down. Inhale, the left side through. You bend the front leg, push into the back heel, legs straight. And exhale, exhale, coming down. Into push up or drop into the floor. Inhaling into dog up and exhaling into dog down. 5 Ujjayi breaths looking towards the navel. Or Balasana, like this, the resting pose, breathing Ujjayi. Bandhasana. 1, 2. The shoulder blades lift up towards the buttocks and they're drawn apart. 3. You can create this action by earthing the hands downwards but press them outward and apart. 4. Let the head hang and look towards the navel, the drishti point. 5. Inhale, bend the knees and step or jump. Look ahead and lengthen and exhale, forward bend. Inhale and squat. Arms up, look up, and exhale, solstice head. Last one, number 3, for beginners. Inhaling, squat. Normally we do 5. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, look ahead, lengthen. Exhale, step or jump back, lower or drop to chaturanga. And inhaling into dog up, look up. Exhale to dog down. Take a new in-breath and step through with the right foot, front leg bent, back leg straight, heels to the floor, look up, hands together. Exhale, exhale. Step it back, lower or drop, and then breathe into dog up, look up. Breathe up to dog down, look to navel. Inhale and step through on the left side. Arms up, look up. Exhale, exhale, step back. Lower down or drop, keep the points of the elbows in towards the side body. Inhale, dog up, look up, keep the butt on. Exhale, dog down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, bend the knees, step or jump. Look ahead and lengthen. Exhale, forward bend. Bend the knees if you need to. Inhale, squat. Exhale, sticky. Inhale, bend the knees, jump the feet hip width apart, move the hands to the hips. Breathe in, chest open, shoulders back, lift it up. Breathing out, come down to Padangusthasana, picking up the big toes. Look ahead and lengthen the spine and exhale into the forward bend. If your hamstrings are tight, notice I bend my knees a lot. Letting the head hang, I line up the midline of the kneecap with the second toe. 3, 4. For those with longer hamstrings, legs straight. 5. A breath in, looking up, lengthening the spine, and a breath out, moving into Padahastasana by bringing the palms of the hands underneath the soles of the feet, looking ahead, lengthening, exhale, forward bending. 1. Again, just bend your knees, beginners. If you have back problems or tight hamstrings. 2. Let your head hang so your neck elongates. 3. Keep pressing back with the buttocks, drawing the shoulder blades towards the hips and the chest bone towards the floor. 5. Breathe in and look up, lengthen your spine, and breathe out, hands into hips. A breath in, push into the feet as you come up. A breath out, jump to Samasthiti, Uttita Trikonasana, triangle pose. Inhale, bend the knees and jump out to the right. Bring the right foot to 90, the left foot turned in. And if you're a beginner or tight hamstrings or back problems, exhale the right hand onto the shin bone below the knee. Raising the left arm up, line up the thumb and fingers with the shoulder looking up. If you're more flexible with no back issues and strong in the core and the legs, pick up the big toe. 2, 3, 4, 5. Want to move up through the line of gravity, so inhaling, coming straight up. Exhaling to left foot 90, right foot in. Lining up the left heel with the right arch, beginners. People with back problems, tight hamstrings, hand to the shin bone below the knee, arm up, looking up. Otherwise, more flexible people, stronger through the core and legs, pick up the big toe. 3, 4, 5. Inhaling, coming up. Turn your left foot round to 65 and your right to 90 degrees. Beginners, exhale this left hand onto the outside of the calf, pressing it down, raising the right arm up as you rotate through the upper back in Pavriti Trikonasana, revolving triangle. If you are more flexible and you can keep the legs straight and lift the left hand to the floor, do so. 3. Now cut the right hip back, line up the front hip bones. 4, 5. A breath in, coming all the way up. A breath out, turning. Left heel lined up with the right as you exhale into the other side. Beginners, people with back problems or tight hamstrings, the hand is onto the outside of the left calf. Otherwise, hand to the floor. 3. Rotate through the upper back. 4. Cutting back the left hip. Align one hip bone at the front to the other. 5. Breathe in, coming all the way up. Breathe out, step or jump. Sun sticking here. Inhale, bend the knees, jump out much wider for Konasana. Turning the right foot to 90, line up the right heel with the left arch as you bend the right leg. If you are a beginner, put the right elbow on top of the leg. In this position, press back with the arm to bring the outer knee in line with the hip. Left arm comes over, palm parallel. We look to the left fingertips. If you are more flexible, bring the right hand onto the floor to the outside of the foot for 3, 4, maintaining the bundas and hands and tweak if you let them go. 5. In breath, pushing to the outer foot, coming up and out. Breath turning. Bending the left leg, beginners, arm to the thigh. Bringing the right arm over, palm parallel, look to the fingertips. For those more flexible, the hand to the floor for 3. And now pushing to the outside of the right foot, keeping the right leg straight as you stretch away with the right arm. Lateral angle stretching. 4. Push the left knee into the handstanding arm, or use the upper arm and the thigh, pressing it back gently. Outer knee aligned with hip 5. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, jump or step. Inhale, bend the knees. Jumping out wide. Prasarita Pastatanasana series. We exhale, hands to hips. And in breath, chest open, shoulders back. And out breath coming forward. Beginners, tighter hamstrings or back problems, copy this version. Fingertips to the floor, arms straight, hands shoulder width apart, torso parallel, face parallel to the floor. Stay here. Otherwise, fingertips line up with toe tips and we exhale, crown the head to the floor, looking at the nose as a drishti point in both versions. 3. 4. 5. Inhale, look ahead. Exhale, hands on hips. Inhale, come all the way up. With a deep in breath, arms out wide, we move into B, exhaling hands to hips. Another in breath, and then we exhale, coming forward, leaving the hands on the hips. Tighter hamstrings, back problems, keep torso face parallel. Exhale, bring the crown of the head to the floor if you're more flexible. 2. Draw the shoulder blades towards the hips. 3. Draw the chest bone towards the chin. 4. 5. Inhaling, coming up. Exhale, arms out wide. Inhale, arms behind the back, interlace fingers. And exhale, chest open, looking up. Inhale. Again, and exhale, coming forward. 1. Sorry, I mucked up the breathing a bit there. 2. 3. 4. 5. Inhaling, come all the way up. Exhale, arms wide, bring the hands to the hips, and inhale again, chest open, shoulders back, look up. And exhale, take the 2 forefingers round the inside of the big toes. Look ahead, lengthen, and exhale, forward bend. For beginners with tighter hamstrings, you can bend the knees and keep the torso parallel and face parallel to the floor if you need to. 1. Draw the shoulder blades up, towards the buttocks, the chest bone toward the floor and broaden out through the back. 3. And again, keep earthing the 4 corners of the feet down. 4. 5. An in-breath looking up. And out-breath, hands on hips. And in-breath coming up. And out-breath, step or jump to the front of the yoga mat. Inhale, bend the knees, jumping out a shorter distance. Bring the hands behind the back into reverse prayer position. If you cannot do that, put the hands on the elbows instead. Coming around so the back foot's at 65 degrees and the back foot at 45 and the front foot at 90. Line up one heel with the other. Inhale, chest open, shoulders back, look up. Keeping both legs straight. Exhale, come forward. If you're a beginner or have tight hamstrings or back issues, stay safe by keeping the torso and face parallel to the floor and the spine elongating bungees on. 2, otherwise chin to the shin. 3, earth the feet and roll the legs in towards each other. 4, and press the right hip back, draw the left hip forward. 5, breathe in, push into the back heel, come up and breathe out and turn around. One heel lined with the other, square off the chest and hips with the wall ahead. Inhale, open. Exhale, come forward. Remember, back problems, beginners, tight hamstrings, stay torso, face parallel, otherwise, 3, cutting left hip back. 4, align the front hip bone, straight line one to the other. 5, breathe in, coming all the way up. Breathing out, releasing the arms, jumping or stepping, somersaulting. I'm going to take a book because the carpet I'm working on is really soft and I cannot balance on the mat without a hard surface. You might be finding the same thing. Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. Pushing down through the left foot, left leg straight. Beginners bend the right knee, interlace fingers underneath and point the toe a lot. Press the chest up and draw the shoulders back. Bungees on. Stay here. If you're more flexible, holding on to your big toe, straighten the leg with the left hand to the hip. 3. Chest up, shoulders back. 4. Those holding the toes, an equal push-pull. Pull with the finger, push with the heel. 5. Exhale the leg over to the right. As a beginner, keep the knee bent and the left hand on the hip. 3, 4, looking to the left. 5, inhale the leg back to the front. Hands to the hips, toe pointed, or for a beginner, interlace underneath again. 2, keep the ears in line with the shoulders and the shoulders in line with the hips. 3, as you earth powerfully into the inside left foot, legs straight, chest lifted, shoulders back. 5, exhale, come down with the right leg, Samasthiti, earth. Inhale, beginners, left leg up. Take the interlaced fingers deep into the crease of the knee. Point the toe and pull the knee up and in strongly, chest up, shoulders back, balance. 1, for those holding the big toe, equal push-pull, pull finger, push heel. 3, earth the inside right foot and tighten the outer right hip. 5, exhale the leg over to the left, looking to the right. 2, oops, beg your pardon. 3, 4, 5. Inhale to the front. Point the toe, hands to hips. 2. Beginners loop under so you can keep the spine straight. Don't let the torso lean back. 4. 5. Exhaling down with the left leg. Samastiti hi. Adha Baddha Padmasana. Inhaling the right leg up. Hold on, beginners, to the right foot with the left hand as you stretch away with the right arm and turn the palm up and back. Bring the arm behind the back. If you can hold the big toe, do so. Otherwise, hold on to the left arm or just park the arm behind your back. Beginners standing up, bundles on, straight. For those that can hold on to the big toe, exhaling, coming forwards, bringing the left hand onto the floor or the book, chin to the shin. 2. Earth the inside of the left foot. 3. And straighten the left leg. 4. Earth the hand to the floor as though it's a second foot. 5. Foundation strong. For those who are down, inhale, look up and exhale. Inhale, stand up, join the others. Hands in prayer balance and exhale. The right foot down. Inhaling the left leg up. For beginners, simply take the left foot into the right hand and bring the left arm behind, standing. Bundles on, chest up, shoulders back. For the others more flexible, you do not force this, you really can damage the knees by forcing lotus. Be very patient. Exhaling, coming down, chin to the shin, legs straight. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look up, exhale. Stops you getting dizzy. Inhaling, coming up, hands in prayer balance, and exhale. Samastiti. Removing my book. Utkatasana. Inhale, stretch up, look up. Exhale, forward bend, bending the knees if you need to. Inhale, look ahead, lengthen, either jump or step back. Lower or drop to the floor. Inhaling into dog up, looking up. Exhaling into dog down. Breathe in and bend the knees and jump or step. Look ahead, lengthen, exhale, forward bend. Inhaling, squatting into Utkatasana, the powerful pose for 1. Arms straight. 2. 3. Earth, the 4 corners of the feet, and squeezing the thighs, bundles on. 4. Arms straight, hands pushing. 5. Inhale, straighten the legs and exhale, forward bending. Inhale, look ahead, lengthen. Exhale, jump or step back. Lower or drop into Chaturanga. Inhale into Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. And exhale into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Virabhadrasana 1, stepping forward with the right foot. Midline and kneecap over the second toe. Out and knee in line with hip. Heel to the floor, foot 45. Raise the arms up. 1. And bend the knee a little more and go straight strong into the back leg. 2. Arms straight, hands pushing together. 3. Krishna point, look up. 4. Lift the front hip bones, tailbone. 5. Inhale, look ahead, straightening the right leg. Exhale, turning, bending the left leg. Aligning one heel with the other, bending. Midline and kneecap over second toe. 1. Cutting the left hip and left rib cage back. Right rib cage, right rib cage hip forward. 4. Arms are straight. Hands pushing together. 5. Exhale, we transition into Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana. Arms horizontal, looking to the left fingertips. 1. And the left heel aligned with the right arch. 4. Now lift the front hip bones, draw the tailbone under. Chest lifted, shoulders down. 5. Inhale and straighten the left leg and turn. The left foot in, the right foot out. 1. 2. Draw from between the shoulder blades to the fingertips, broaden the chest. 4. Keep pushing into the outer right foot, aligning outside the right knee with the outer hip. 5. Exhale down with the hands and step. Lower or drop into Chaturanga Dandasana, elbows into the side, and inhaling into Dog Uppercut. Exhaling into Dog. For beginners, simply inhale, walk through, and sit down. For the others, inhale, cross lift, and jump. Dandasana. 1. Hands lift. 2. Chest lift. 3. Shoulder blades down. 4. Now earth the buttocks and earth the top of the thighs as you push away the heels and bring the toes towards you. 5. Paschimottanasana. Inhaling, if you are flexible, take hold of the big toes. Arch or extend the spine looking up. And exhale, folding from the pelvis, coming forwards. If your hamstrings are tight, back issues, or you don't want back issues if you have tight hamstrings, bend the knees, hold the shins, and stay elongated. That's 3. If you're a little bit more flexible, a slight bend of the knees, holding the outer feet. 4. Those that are very flexible, holding the wrists around the outside. 5. Inhaling, coming up. Fingers pointing towards the buttocks, hands down. Purvottasana. Inhale, legs straight, rolling the legs and squeezing them together, lifting up, buttocks from the floor, hands down the arms, looking back. If this is a struggle, please come down and do the beginner's version with the knees bent, the pelvis lifted, and in this version you're looking ahead. 4. 5. Inhale, the chin forward, and exhale, the buttocks down. Beginners, abdominal strength pose, staying in the resting pose. Others, vinyasa, inhale, legs up, cross, lift the buttocks off the floor, jump back, lower down to push-up. Inhale into dog up, look up. Exhale into dog down, look to knee. Inhale, bend the knees, jump, coming through, sitting down. Taking the hands underneath the shin and the ankle, turn them away from the midline of the body and press the knee out to the side and back. Bring the leg across. For a beginner, the leg may just come with the foot above the knee. For those who are more open in the hips, bringing the leg into half lotus, bring the right hand behind, hold on to the right big toe, and bring the left hand to the outer foot. Inhale, extend. Exhale, come forward. 1. Again, if you have back issues, bend this knee, left side, lift the chest. 2, with the bandhas on, shoulders back, chest up. 3. 4. 5. Inhaling. Coming up, exhale, release the right. The hands go underneath the shin bone and ankle, and we rotate the shin bone and ankle away from the midline of the body as we push the outer knee to the outside, to the side, I beg your pardon, and backwards. Beginners, foot above knee. Tight hamstrings, bend the right leg a little and elongate. For more flexible people, holding on to the big toe in the outer right foot, exhaling for 2. Now push down the sit bones and the top of the thigh bones. 3. If you push away and dorsiflex the right ankle, Keep the foot vertical. 4, rolling the right leg in. 5, inhaling, come up. Exhale, release. Inhale, beginner's jump back. Cross, lift up. Then roll over. Come onto all fours, step back. Lower into chaturanga or drop. Inhale into dog up and look up. Exhale into dog down. Inhale, beginners, jump through. Bend the knees, jump, land on your feet. Walk the hands back and sit down. Trimaya Pada Paschimottanasana. Bending this right leg. It's important the foot does not flare out. If you cannot do it, and the foot does flare out, please do the version where you sit the buttock on top of the heel so that heels align. Keep the hands on the floor as though handstanding through the fingertips, and exhale, coming forward. For the others, more flexible, taking hold of the outside of the left foot, inhale, extend. Exhaling, coming forward so the legs roll in and squeeze together. 4, and 5. A breath in to come up. A breath out to release. A breath in, bringing the left side in. For those lifting and sitting on the heel, handstanding, keep elongated. And for those that are more flexible, take hold of the wrist behind the right foot, which is dorsiflex and vertical. 2. Keep rolling the legs in, squeezing them together. 3. Draw your shoulder blades away from your ears and lift your chest bone towards your chin. 4. 5. Inhaling, come up, and exhale, release. Beginners, take the resting pose, abdominal strength, no lifting the chest up, shoulders back, bundles on. For the others, inhale. This is another beginner's jump through. Inhale, lift the buttocks off the floor. Roll over onto your hands and curl the toes under and jump back. Lower or drop, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale into dog up. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, and exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, dog down. Inhale, bend the knees and jump. Coming through, sitting down, Janu Sirsasana A. Bringing the right knee, crossed leg, 90 degrees. Lift the buttocks up, come on the sit bones, and align front hip bones, one straight line from one to the other. Inhale and extend through the spine, keeping the left leg a little bent. Hold the shin if you're less flexible. Otherwise, the side of the foot, leg straight. More flexible, the wrist. 1. Enjoy your breathing, listen to your breath, your rhythm. And keep the mind on the breath as though it's a mantra to quieten the mind. 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release. Inhale the left leg back 90. Take your position, whether it's the leg bent, hand on shins. Leg bent, hand to outer foot. Leg straight. Or wrist. Exhale. 2. 3. 4. 5. Inhale, extend. Exhale, release. Beginners, join in. Inhale, cross. Lift, jump back, lower into push up or drop. Inhale into dog up, look up. And exhale into dog down, pushing the pelvis buttocks back. Inhale, bend the knees, jump coming through. And we take Marichyasana C in this modified beginners 1 hour class. Bending the leg, align the outer foot with the outer hip. Bring the right hand on the floor and lift up with the left arm. Stretch up and up and up. And then draw the right knee towards the midline of the body and bend the elbow, bringing the elbow to the outer thigh. Move the outside of the right knee back so it still lines up with that outer hip. Inhale, push your buttocks, top of thigh and leg, and hand down as you lift your chest up. So you elongate your whole spine. Then exhale, rotate the upper back, looking over your shoulder. If you can bind, start by stretching the arm away and forward, turn the palm up and back. Bend the elbow, slide it behind. Stretch this arm out, turn the palm up, and then come behind, linking the fingers or holding the left hand on the right wrist. 4, 5. Inhale, look to the front, and exhale, release the right leg. Inhale, bending the left leg, aligning the outer foot with the hip. Bring the hand to the floor, left side. Reach up and up and up and draw the knee to the midline of the body as you bend the elbow and bring it to the outer thigh. Return the outside of the knee, alignment to the outside of the hip. 1, 2. For those that bind, bringing the arm behind, holding the fingers or the wrist. 3. Keep the right leg straight, rolling in, foot vertical, ankle dorsiflex. 5. Inhale, look to the front, exhale, release. Beginners in the resting pose, bungees on, strengthen abdominals. Everyone else, inhale, cross and lift. Jump back into chaturanga, drop and lower. Inhale into Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, dog up, look up. And exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, dog down. Inhale, bend the knees, jump coming through. Bringing the soles of your feet together for Baddha Konasana. Bring the thumb to the inside of the ball of the foot. Bring the fingers to the outside foot. So you can pull the balls of the feet apart as you press the outer edges of the feet together. Inhaling, chest up, shoulders down. And if the legs, knees come to the floor, exhaling, turning from the pelvis, coming forwards for 1. Now if the knees are high, stay right up here, elongating the spine. Practice drawing the balls of the feet apart, pushing the outer edges of the feet together. 2, 3. Draw the shoulder blades away from the ears, lift the chest towards the chin. 4, 5. Inhaling, coming up, and then everyone curling round the back, bringing the forehead into the soles of the feet for 1. You can use your elbows to press the legs backwards as though rolling them out, and press the legs away from the center line of the body. 4, 5. Inhaling, sitting up for 5 breaths. 1, 2. Use the arms like a lever. Draw the balls of the feet apart. Push the outer edges of the feet into one another. 4. Bandhas are on. Chest lifted. Shoulder blades down apart. 5. Exhaling, releasing. Beginners jump back. Here's one that's much easier if you're struggling. Inhale, bring the legs back. Walk the right hand forward, come onto all fours, step back. Lower to push up or drop. Inhale into dog up, look up. Exhale into dog down, look to navel. Inhale, beginners jump through. You can simply jump, land on the feet, or jump, cross the shins, land on the feet, sit down. Exhaling, lying down, Setu Bandhasana. We start by bending the knees, bringing the outer feet in line with the outer hips. In this position, just press the elbows to the floor, lift the chest up, draw the shoulder blades away from the ears. And now breathing in, lifting the buttocks off the floor. Tilt the tailbone towards the calves. Interlace the fingers underneath. Straighten the arms and roll the inner upper arms out with the chin to the chest. 3, 4, 5. Exhale down, 3 breath rest. 1, 2, 3. This is a modified version number 2. Go back to the previous one if you need to. Inhaling, tilt tailbone, lift buttocks up. Bring the palms of the hands underneath the heels. So the heel fits into the hollow of the palm of the hand. Push down with the feet into the hand. Pull the hand or pull the heels with the hands towards the head. 2. As you earth the 4 corners of the feet, push the heels down and pull them towards the head. It ignites the hamstrings, which lifts the pelvis. 4. Chin to the throat, chest to the chin, back rib cage pushing the front rib cage. Exhale down. 3 breaths. 1, 2, 3. If you can hold on to your shin bones, then do that. Otherwise, go back to the previous hand here or the previous interlaced fingers, arms straight underneath body. Inhale, number 3, tuck tailbone towards calves, and then lifting up with the buttocks. 1, press down through the shoulders, rolling the inner upper arms outwards. Pull back on the shins. 3, press down the feet, push the heels to the head, press the feet outwards and downwards and backwards. Very confusing, but see if you can work on it. It ignites the hamstrings, contains so the back does not get injured. 5. Exhale, come down. Bend the knees, put the hands on the shins, and then rock from side to side. Tilt the tailbone. Press the front ribs and chest bone and shoulders gently toward the floor. And relax your jaw. As you get a little bit of momentum, rocking side to side. Going to exhale, roll over to the right side. And for beginners, you just take the resting pose for 5 breaths, and for the others, inhale. And then beginners, join in if you want to. Another version, come onto the feet, jump back, exhale, drop, all up, inhale, dog up, exhale, pelvis, buttocks, push back, dog down. Inhale, bend the knees. Beginners, simply jump cross shins, walk the hands back, sitting down. We're coming into Paschimottanasana, and again, back problems, tight hamstrings, bend the knees. Inhale, extend, exhale, come forward. For those more flexible, hold on to the sides of the feet, legs straight, and more flexible footing to the wrists. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, coming up. Resting pose or jump back. Inhale, legs up. Cross, lift buttocks off the floor. Jump back into push-up. Exhale. Inhale into dog up. Looking up. Exhale into dog down. Looking towards me. Deepen breath, bend the knees. Jump, coming through. Exhale, lying down. We have a beginner's shoulder stand, but if you have neck issues, like Homer, your period, high blood pressure, please take the resting position. Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of feet together, arms out. Otherwise, for beginners, push the hands into the floor, bend the knees. Pushing the hands down, bring the buttocks towards the head. Bend the elbows and put the hands onto the side of the hips. Bring the legs halfway up, toes pointed, legs rolling in. And keep the chin in toward the throat and stay here. For those people that are very strong in the abdominals and the legs, open in the shoulders but strong in the torso, you can move into the full shoulder stand. You raise the legs up, interlace the fingers behind the back. Straighten the arms and roll the inner upper arms out, so definitely on the point of your shoulders. Bring the hands on the back rib cage. As you come into this position, push from the shoulder into the elbow. 2. Press the pubis towards the face until the tailbone towards the ceiling. 5. Do not rush into the full version. You can damage the discs in the neck slowly over time. 7. And gently breathe. The body doesn't. Quietly, calmly, soothing the nervous systems and go to these cool down poses. If you're a beginner, you can stay in the half shoulder stand. Otherwise, exhaling, bringing the legs towards the floor for halasana with the toes pointed and legs squeezing together. Interlace the fingers behind the back. And if the arms are straight, wrists to the floor, palms together. The pointed toes can be light on the floor as you push up through the pelvis. Shoulders on. For beginners, version could be simply keeping hands to hips, lower the legs a little more. Otherwise, stay in a half shoulder stand. 4. Halasana. 5. 6. 7. 8. Moving into Kanapidasana, we bring the knees wide apart. For a beginner in the shoulder stand, it could look like so. We bring the legs down toward the floor. And this interlacing of the fingers, rolling the inner upper arms out is important. So you're not going into your neck, it's actually on the points of your shoulder. 3. You cannot put the wrists on the floor, arms straight, hands together. Keep the legs hovering above your hips. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Straighten the legs, bring the arms over, reaching back with the toes up. And then keeping the arms back, exhale 1 vertebrae to the floor at a time. And as the buttocks head down, bend the knees. Stretch back, look back, bundles on. Stretch back, look back, thunders on, so that you exit slowly, legs straight, arms to the side. An in-breath through the nose and an out-breath through the mouth. Then we inhale and roll over to the right side, coming up. Bringing the legs into easy cross-legged right leg first, Ashtanga Beginners. We establish a straight line across the shin from the knee to the ankle joint. And we bring this heel in front of the kneecap, dorsiflexing as well. Then just lift a little, bring the sit bones on the floor. Use your arms as a lever to bring the pelvis forward. Elongate through the spine and exhale the hands to the floor. 1. If you're more flexible, bring the elbows into the shin bones and press back with the elbows. Lift up with the chest and push down with the buttocks. Back with the elbows, up with the chest, back and down with the buttocks, fingers forward. For those that are more flexible, coming into lotus, right side first. Bring the left hand behind to hold on to the left big toe. The right hand behind to hold on to the right big toe. And exhale forward, chin to the floor. Staying here in bound lotus for 10 breaths as I work with the beginners. 4. The spine elongates, don't round and crunch and wear out the discs in your spine. 5. Inhale, beginners, come up in lotus stand. Cross the other way. Leverage, pull, pelvis, turn, spine, elongate. 1. Those that are more flexible, pushing the elbows back. Now relax through the neck. 3. Giant breathing. 4. 5. Inhaling, coming up. Those in easy cross-legged, if your knees are really high, just roll your mat, in my case, mats, so that you are actually going to elevate your buttocks. Not as successful as I'd like, but you can do a better job. And this will take the pressure off the back as you sit up. Tip of the index finger, tip of the thumb, ears in line with shoulders, shoulders in line with hips. It may look like this, arms straight. For those more flexible, coming into lotus position, or actually you never left it. Eyes closed, and giant breathing. Count the in-breath. Count the out. Be curious, what is the length of my in-breath? Without me interfering and making it into what I think it should be. What is it if I leave it alone? And what is the length of my out-breath and in-breath? Got muddled up here, sorry. Once you establish what is the counter in and out breath, take whichever one is shorter. And now, as you sit in meditation on the breath, soften your eyes towards the tip of the nose to the heart, and lift your chest and heart up towards your chin, and draw your shoulders back so your heart is open, and make your in and out breath the exact same length that you establish as you investigate it. What is the length of my in and out breath when I do not interfere with it? And now you've made both the same length, and it is the length of the shorter count. Relax your jaw, soften your shoulders down, and feel the earthen quality of the posture, with a sense of Do not sleep off and turn off the recording now. Stay with your meditation practice. For those that need to go into Shavasana now, simply releasing your legs. Once again, you can create an easy pillow by rolling up your yoga mat and creating a pillow. As you lie down, just make sure your legs, feet are a hip width apart and the legs roll out. The arms are always to the side, palms up, which rolls out the upper arms and ensures your shoulders are on the floor, heart open. For the others that wish to remain sitting, do so. Closing the eyes. Be very clear that you are no longer Ujjayi breathing. You've returned to belly breathing. And if it's helpful to bring your right hand onto the area of the belly below the ribs, and the left hand onto the belly between the pubis and navel, do so. Now as you breathe in, have a very clear intention to bring the breath deep down into the belly above the pubis, so you feel the belly rise up on the in-breath. It is not a huge movement, it's subtle. And as you breathe out, feel the belly under your hands sink down. If you are struggling to breathe in, then do this. Breathe in and then breathe out. And breathe out, 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 out till you think there's nothing left. And then push a bit more out. It'll kick you into a deep in-breath because it'll empty all the stale air and CO2 out of the lungs. And that will stop you from breathing in more successfully. The body's weight sinking down into the floor, in each out. Lips apart, and the teeth apart. Jaw. Breath in through the nose, breath out through the nose. Let the body's weight surrender, sink, and soften. If you wish to stay here longer, please do so. Otherwise, wiggle the fingers and the toes in the next 2 minutes. When you're ready, roll over, transition. So you end up curled up on your right side, curled up. Body's weight sinking down. The body becoming heavier and heavier. You've got to have your eyes slightly open. Eyes slightly open. Soft gaze outward. When you're ready to come up, just move slowly, as if moving through water. To keep that lovely inward energy you cultivated through your breath. It's coming into a seated, cross-legged position that you're comfortable in. Hands in Anjali Mudra. That means the hands are in prayer at the heart, but the palms are covered. Deep breath in as we bow forward. Namaste. Well, that was relatively challenging for me. Totally unrehearsed and a little rough. But it's kind of the best I can do at the moment. And it's just a simple offering. One is also always aware that there is so much more you can offer. And if you found this video useful during the COVID lockdown, as I said before, it may not be useful if you're not an academy student because it's kind of out of context for you. But if you found it useful, please do give us some feedback and let us know, because we could always do some more for you during this time. And hang in there, everybody, and keep quiet in your mind, doing your meditation, pranayama and asana, because this is a good medicine. This is how we keep ourselves balanced and steady in uncertain times. Namaste. Thank you. Just like to give some gratitude to my teacher, Sri K. Patabi Joyce, who is in the image behind before I sign off. And we clean our minds, and we clean our speech, and we clean our hearts with these practices that are like the wonderful medicine